This live coverage is brought to you by the Film Crew.
And we're back. Welcome to Queenstown. Welcome to the Queenstown Ice Arena. And welcome to the battle between the SkyCity Stampede and the Phoenix Dunedin Thunder. I'm Dave Dubnik, and with me I have Colin McIntosh on announcement tonight. Colin, what's your take on this new look Stampede team?
It's obviously a different look than previous years, but I think you can see from the last two periods yesterday that there's a lot of speed, a lot of physicality. It's going to be a different way to play the game this year than we're used to, but it's always good to see what everybody else can play.
As you might remember, Colin McIntosh just sitting out at the moment with a bit of an illness, and he'll be back. I'm sure you're probably excited to get back on the ice. You kind of wanting to hop on when you see the boys working hard out there, especially when we were down there in that whole first period.
Yeah, it's not an ideal situation to be watching, but at the same time you have local guys who've been here for a couple of years, like Thomas Coyle, Ryan Martin, Daniel Van Sickle. They're all in the lineup right now, getting their chance. You got Ollie Resky-Jones in there as well. So
yeah, younger Kemp, CJ Kemp, coming out. Yeah, beautiful to see. Just a little note on the Thunder side. Big apology. For the first period, I called Powell as being in net, and big apology James Moore, who stood on his head last night. Although losing, he did a spectacular job against those shots against the Stampede. Also tonight we have a special night. It's Tristan Darling's 100th game. Tristan's been with this team since 2012, and he played 3 seasons in Canada for the Bradford Bulls and 1 season in Melbourne for the Mustangs. And he scored 16 goals over these 99 games that he's played and 42 assists. He's probably wanting to up that tonight. We'll see how that goes. He's represented New Zealand in 3 World Championships. He's a passionate player and instrumental in the Thunder development, youth playing, and maintaining the family culture within the team. And Felipe, head coach, was saying that Tristan is a great player, always finishing hits, super passionate guy, knows the game well. Because he comes from an awesome family. He also joins tonight. He'll be joining another veterans that have also completed that 100th game and played more than that, and that's Matt Enright and Regan Wilson. Remembering that Regan's sitting out from an injury that he got against the Red Devils in a preseason game. Interesting, Ben Hartford. Did you know that he's in his final year of medical school? So I don't know, do I have to call him Dr. Hartford after this? I'm not too sure. You're not in Dunedin anymore, Dr. Hartford. We'll see how they go tonight. I've often talked about the fact that it's not just a game, it's 4, 5, and 6 periods within 24 hours, Colin. You know what that's like, how long they can sustain that, how well the legs do and the mind, whether they can stay in it for all that time.
Yeah, especially when it's the first weekend of the season. Thunder were lucky to have a couple games against the Red Devils, but regular season games a lot different than the preseason, so it will take time to adjust your legs, your hands. You can see that yesterday. The first couple periods were a lot sloppier than the third for both teams.
Yes, we got the brothers out there tonight. They talk about the Matariki sister stars. We've got the brothers out there tonight. It's nice to see Lachlan Freer. So we've got the McCog brothers and Lockie on forward, and of course Mitchell Freer and Cullum Burns, who got that first goal last night with a beautiful shot from the blue line, out there for the SkyCity Stampede. Puck dropped. Freer firing it in. Maybe I should be using their first names because it doesn't really help when you have that many brothers on the ice. Mitchell dumped off the blue line. And McCog fighting for it in the corner. And Darling breaks it out. Drifts into the corner where Freer picks it up. Rolls it around to Burns. Burns. Cross ice pass to Lockie Freer over the blue line. Tries to put it upstairs. And Connor Harrison keeping it in. Quick line change. Max McCog back to Connor Harrison, who's behind the net. Dumps it in front. Bit of a battle. Nothing in it. In front of the net. Finally, Devlin over the blue line. Red line. Fires it in. And it's railed back in behind the net. In the corner they go. And it's tapped out to the red line. Lilly with it. Lilly over the red line, dumps it in. Looks like the boys are just finding their feet there in the corner. Centering. Great chance there for Dunedin, but shot was blocked. And it's fired back in. Thunder's great pressure. And now Hurley marches it out over the blue line. Shot on net. Great save by Moore. Dump back in on Burns. Burns cross ice to Freer. Freer. And it's fired in where Hurley tries to pick it up. Bumped off the puck. Racing against the boards in the corner behind the net now. Up and out. Pratt can't keep it in. And it's on the red line. Freer. Jeez, we haven't had a whistle.
No.
It's a little bit tiring for me, let alone the boys. Burns fires it up. And a big workout behind the net. Phoenix Thunders tap it up, but not out. Freer trying to loosen one out from the blue line. Back to Burns. One times it off a stick. And it's still rolling around. Oh, beautiful centering pass. One time it. But nothing in it.
Got Adam Sofer back out there. First shift of the season.
Great to see Adam out there. Sofer centering. Missed that pass. And Amston forced to boogie all the way into his own zone. Up to Amston. Up to Sofer. Freer with it. Freer has some time. Off the dot. Beautiful shot from the face-off circle, but right on the pads.
Yeah, 3.5 minutes in, first whistle. Both teams have had all their bodies on the ice, so.
Yeah, throw me a throat lozenge. It's going to be a long game. A little bit warmer here today in Queenstown, but it's a lot hotter inside the rink. We've got Kemp, Freer, Amston. McCog taking the face-off for the SkyCity. Quick shot by Harris. McCog, but it's batted all the way down the ice. Amston rifles one from just over the red line and just over the net. saying hello to McCog, Max McCog. Open ice hit. Darling rails it along the boards to Gregory behind the net. And Otis being leveled behind the net. Keeping it in. Thunder doing a great job of trying to keep it in, but they can't actually set anything up. They're just batting it around behind the net at the moment. Amston rails it around to Harrison on the blue line. Harrison McCog. Lockie Freer rifles one from the neutral zone. Wide of the target. And Thunder march it up.
Seen a lot more possession work today.
Yeah, a lot more. Enright and Hartford out there. Hartford losing it in front of the net. Dangerous move, especially for a veteran like that. Centering pass. But Connor Harrison could get a piece of that. Burns in the neutral zone across to Freer. Roby knocked down in the neutral zone. Big shot.
Jack Roby's a little...
I think he's rattled on that. And Burns with it in the neutral zone.
Might have been a little winded after that hit from Hartford.
Connor Harrison saying hello. And Van Sickle can't center. Beautiful centering pass there, but nobody there to pick that up. Hurley ducks a few hits as he tries to carry in the neutral zone. Rolfe can't clear it. Looks like a little bit of physicality happening here. Centering, chance for Coyle. Coyle takes a shot off the blocker. So who is that tangled up? Hurley tangled up with goaltender Moore. Oh, great save through a sea of bodies. Moore kicks that to the side. Lewis over the blue line, then loses it, and it rolls back into Thunder territory. Have we had a whistle? We had a little bit.
2 whistles in just under 7 minutes.
Yeah. Somebody get me a throat lozenge. Amston with it now. Mike McCray carries behind the net. He's got Martin with him. McCray still has it, still dances with it. It's batted out to the blue line, and Coyle keeps it in. And Thunder, Lewis just over the red line, fires it. Forces the Thunder into the Stampede area. Off the boards. Bit of a scrum there. Coyle with it. Up to McCray. McCray's over the blue line.
Here.
Leaves it for sheer. Sofer takes a shot, drifts it low on target. Back to McCray. A spectacular glove handling there. Didn't quite catch it, but he definitely stopped it. I don't know how he saw that.
Picking right up from yesterday, James Moore.
Yes.
I think he had 43 shots last night.
I'm not sure, but yeah. And there were a lot of quality shots there. That McCray shot, he had a big opening, but Moore shut him down. Face off to the left of Moore. 12 minutes, 31 seconds left. Freer can't get that puck. And it rolls to the neutral zone. Lockie Freer kicks it in. Hartford with it now.
It's 2 big boys coming at it right there.
Yes.
Darling and Mitch Freer.
Stitley with it now in his own zone. Otis taps it into Stampede territory. Burns, McCog, can't hit. Lockie Freer. McCog just robs Hartford. Centering pass, and right in close.
Brother-to-brother connection right there. Max McCog with
the brothers too. Man, he was right in there. That was right, deep slot when he received that pass.
You can see Benny Hartford's got a little bit of an issue there. He ran in with Flighty, linesman here just below the blue line. So you see he's talking to the head ref, Kenny, right now.
Right. Positioning is everything is positioning.
That forward check by Harry McCog, that's what causes that.
That one thing created that whole sequence of events. You're right. Butterfly effect.
Yeah.
Devlin can't get a piece of it. And Burns in the neutral zone. Rusky Jones back to Roby, back to Rusky Jones, who can't quite dance through a whole bunch of green jerseys.
Good to see Jack Roby right back out there.
Yeah. And Connor Harrison with it now behind the net, being dogged heavily. And it's picked up by the Thunder. Kept in by Freer. Up Devlin to Sheard. Sheard over the red line. Enright, boom, right, big rebound. And Roby couldn't quite make the pass to Connor Harrison, who had a little bit of room. Devlin with it, great save, but play on. There was no pressure on the goaltender, so he's forced to drop the puck.
Seeing a lot crisper game today.
Rolfe behind the net, rails it there. Rolfe with it. Devlin in the neutral zone. And now Amston. Freer taps it up to Hurley, who bangs it in to Thunder zone. Just half a stick off there for that the Queenstown team.
Oh,
in front of the net. Van Stickle just again half a stick off on those passes. This is early season, Colin. You know, I guess that's expected.
Especially for a player who hasn't been in the league yet. Does take a little bit of time to
settle in.
Get comfortable with the players, the speed.
Burns, McRae, Sofer, a few veterans out there now. McRae dances past everybody, and the puck rolls behind the net and into the corner. Cross ice. Martin makes a hard pass to Burns, who can't collect it, and it bounces off the boards and back into the corner. Sofer gives chase behind the net. Phoenix Thunder march it out. Otis over the blue line. And Aston makes a save on that shot. Reed with it now deep in Phoenix Thunder zone. Reed takes it behind the net. Freer forced behind his net. Lockie Freer with it now along the boards. Over the blue line. Taps it up. And Burns pushed hard into the boards. Just end-to-end hockey here. Darling saying hello.
Yeah, starting to see that physicality pick up right now.
And Lockie Freer, McCog. McCog picks up a bouncing puck on the red line. Skates into the zone. Shot scores! Boom chugga-lugga. Just took it all himself.
Nice individual effort there by Maxey.
Yeah.
That all starts with a body check by Burnsy on Darling, right inside the blue line.
Yep. Starts set up back there, back in their own zone. Yeah, Nigel, it is the one and only C-Mac announcing with me tonight. He's a man of many talents. Colin McIntosh, who also is head coach of the Wakatipu Wild women's team. Busy man, playing and coaching, working. When do you find time to sleep, Colin?
What is sleep?
Connor Harrison with it over the blue line, pushes past Lily. And
first power play of the game coming up.
Come on. Tripping call.
This will be the interesting thing. From yesterday, we have Lockie Freer, Adam Sofer, Mike McRae back in the lineup. So it'll be interesting what we see with this power play unit.
What he sends out, yes.
They did get a goal yesterday, but it was on the 5-on-3.
Tripping penalty. Head coach, or head referee, Kenny Gustafson, out of Texas, I understand. New man this year in the stripes.
Yep.
Amston to the corner. Back to Amston. Puck on the edge there. Tough to take that shot with the puck on its edge. Back to the point. Oh, great deflection from Burns' shot that just rolls wide. We got Roby out there, McCog, Connor Harrison. Sustained pressure. Burns with it. On the point. Amston. Shot. Bounces in front. Big golf swing. I think he used a 4-iron on that. Offside's the call. Whew.
Delayed call right there, but it's the right call.
Yeah, and good opportunity for the Thunder to give a big change up.
Kyle's been refereeing for quite a while, so he knows what he's doing.
Face off in the offside circle.
And there we go. Lachlan Freer, Michael McRae out there on the power play. Trying to complement Axel Rusky-Jones and Harry McCog.
Great to see. All right, Lockie Freer, red line. Marches it in, loses it against the boards, but bumps it back. McRae to Mitchell Freer, and then it ends up back on McRae's stick on the blue line. One time from Freer. Harrison McCog to McRae. McCog shot just wide. McRae with it again on the blue line. Trying to put it in front. Again, back to McRae on that blue line, setting it up. Freer, McRae. Lockie Freer. And Harrison McCog trying to tuck it in the short side.
The difference on that power play is just that calming presence on the blue line of Michael McRae.
It's just cycling it through, trying to poke a hole in that setup box that the Thunder have.
We got Van Stickle out there right now.
Yeah, again. Nigel, we'll have to find out more information there with only 12 seconds left in this penalty. Well done for the Thunder. Offside's the call. Oh, no. No call on that. Darling wisely backed off the puck as he pushed it over the blue line. Amston bats it up, hitting Carson Pratt.
Strong kill, that power play by James Moore.
Nice work there by Carson Pratt. In front of the net, puck rolling around, and unbeknownst to Moore, he actually ended up on top of the puck.
He hasn't been roared yet, but Van Stickle, he's everywhere right now.
Yeah, he's a little bit feisty. Good opportunity to thank some of our sponsors. Of course, SkyCity. SkyCity, thank you very much for your sponsorship of the SkyCity Stampede. Queenstown Ice Hockey Club, Upholstery Workshop, Impact and Eventifying, Cook Brothers Construction and the Film Crew, James Allen Photography and Queenstown Health, AWS Legal, and we'll continue on that in a minute. Thunder in their own zone trying to get it out. Finally to the red zone, red line. But Coyle has it now on the blue line. Cross ice pass, just missing Hurley. Hurley ends up with it on the red line.
Hurley to his childhood idol, Mike McRae.
Yeah, imagine that, being able to play with your idol. Red line. Bit of a trip up there along the boards. And finally, Stampede get themselves sorted. And Devlin. Nice little pass to Enright. Enright marches, does a bit of a spinorama.
Nice little toe save by Aston Brooks.
And being dogged by Burns. And Sofer takes a shot blocked. Follow up is Martin. Puck rolling around in front. And to be fair, Moore was out of position. That net had a lot of real estate there.
It's a great shift right there by Ryan Martin.
Centering pass, just a shovel in front of the net. I'm not sure who that was. Couldn't quite get a handle on it to make a decent shot. Go ahead.
I know one of the things the Stampede wanted to work on tonight was their face-offs. Last night, Dunedin had a decisive edge in them. So far, first period, I'd say they're pretty even.
Gog. I did see a few different centers in that. Allen dumps it in. Lucky Freer with it. Lucky Freer giving a boost. Hits the Jets. And ends up tapping the puck wide. Great little burst there, Lucky Freer. McCog along the boards being tackled. Rolls out onto the blue line. Burns with it. We know he's dangerous on that blue line.
Yep.
Freer forced to give chase into the corner, where Harrison McCog gets it back to the blue line. Who's that? Lockie saying hello.
So one of the local boys,
yeah.
Jackson Flight.
Jackson Flight. And icing the call. Wow. I think they've only had half dozen whistles in 17 minutes of this period. So it is 3 minutes, 23 seconds left in this first period.
Be sure to stay with us during the first intermission. We're going to have the U12 women out there on the ice tonight.
Isn't it great? Like, if you were listening last night, Braden was talking about, the young kids coming up through this different leagues. It's so exciting to see them. I remember some of these players when they could barely, get their skates tied up, and now they're out there playing for the Stampede. And once again, we'll be seeing that again with these young ones that are out there. Roby trying to throw a open ice hit and ends up on his butt. Amston over the blue line. Good cover up by Phoenix Thunder. Chance for Otis over the blue line, being heavily dogged by Rusky Jones. And here's a chance for the Stampede over the blue line. Connor Harrison can't control it. And that was Reed, I think, that went down trying to stick handle while on his knees.
Darling catching Amson off guard there.
Some great stick handling by Otis, but he can't get the shot away. Gregory with it in the corner.
Otis is one of a handful of very promising U18, U20 players on the
young
Phoenix
and still
Thunder.
Quite handy. Only going to get better. Shot wide by Carson Pratt. Gregory with it now over the blue line. End-to-end hockey. Devlin with it. Dangerous Devlin. And Aston Brooks gloves that. It was going wide, but I think there's an element of just slow this stuff down.
The Thunder have the possession right now, but they're struggling to get inside the perimeter.
Yeah, great.
All the shots are from
outside
ring line area.
All right, face off to the right of Aston Brooks with like a minute 53 left. Devlin rolls around, fires it on target. Brooks stops that. Backhander by Enright. They're getting in now, Colin. Couple shots there. Devlin knocked down by Martin.
Wide pass to McRae.
McRae can't quite do anything with it. Just tries to shovel it under the pads of Moore. Now Devlin with it. Devlin. Enright. And
dangerous play.
Misconnection. And Burns ends up with it. Burns over the blue line. takes it to the corner. What's he doing up there? You wouldn't know that area. Bit of falling there.
Callum Burns is going back to 2017 when he used to be a forward.
Forward, yeah. Finally.
I remember my first year in the league, it was me, Jeremy Akeson, and Callum Burns.
Up forward, yeah. So we're into the 59th second, so we got just under a minute left.
If you guys are enjoying the smooth camera work, you can thank Joel LeBrunton for that.
Yeah, big thanks to our film crew, Joe and Joel. Doing a great job. Amsted pushes it to the corner, but not out. Allen keeps it in for the Phoenix Thunder. Back to Allen. Allen fires it wide to the corner. Rodis pushes it behind the net.
Tom Wilson down there, another local Queenstown boy who's now moved over to Dunedin.
Lockie Freer picks a puck up off the glass and centering. Harrison McCog couldn't get a piece of it. It was a great setup, though. And Amston with it. Amston. McCoggin over the blue line, centering. And Max McCog couldn't quite tuck that in.
5 seconds here.
It could be a lifetime when it comes to hockey. And Otis rails it up, and that ends the first period. Wow, I'm breathless. And that's the end of the first period. We're going to have a few commercials, and I think I need a throat lozenge. We'll get back to you shortly in the second period.
You'll see both teams are going to be lining up on the blue line. Yeah. So we have Team Hulk against Team Flash. They're being helped out by some of the Wakatapu Wild women. We're going to have Alex Power and Matt Swartz jumping net.
This is great to see these young up-and-comers.
Yeah, last year I was coaching all these girls in U12, and the love they have for the game is outstanding.
Yeah.
They showed up every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, fall down, get back up. It's great now that we have the Wakatapu Wild in town.
Big save by Powell. Powell saves it again.
Oh, and Mila Thurston.
Yeah. Powell caught out of position.
I told Mila before she went out there that I was going to give her a shout out because she's better than her uncle and her dad. Sam and Mike Thurston.
Puck rolls into Green territory. Dangerous pass in front of the net. But Green marches it, tries to march it out. Bit of a battle for it.
And here's Mila Thurston skating down again.
Thurston with another opportunity.
And another
goal.
Powell. She had Frankie back door, but she said, no, I got this on my own.
Yeah. Frankie was there. Frankie Profit was there, ready to pick up the rebound, but wasn't needed. Reds needs to get a couple goals here. The superheroes.
Out there for the Wild right now, too, is Captain Kelly Nelson and two youth forwards, Caitlin Hollier and Lucy Boniface. Caitlin has played all 2 seasons so far and is on the team this year as well as Kelly, and Lucy Boniface is making her debut with the Wild this season.
Wonderful to see. I've seen Caitlin's got a fantastic shot. I have a big.
Oh, here's Willa.
Willa pushing it just wide. Red scrambling for it in front of the net.
Green are playing shutdown D right now.
Yeah, you notice that everybody to the puck. As Profit taps it up. Willa can't get a handle on that as it rolls just off her stick.
And here's Rosa. What does she have? Oh, Alex Power with the save.
Big stick save. Centering pass, no one there. As that Gregory, he got to touch the puck now.
Yeah.
So Profit, centering pass.
And who got that one? Is that Willa?
Yeah, no.
No,
yeah.
that is Willa's sister, Coco.
Coco pushes one in.
Coco Glass. You might that name might sound familiar. Daughter of Simon Glass. If you don't know who that is, you just have to look at the rafters here in the QIA.
Yeah, one of the most famous. Well, the name Glass is
synonymous with hockey in Queenstown.
Hockey in Queenstown, exactly.
Callum Burns, funny story. He wanted to wear 10, but then Ted and Dan decided they were retiring it, and that's why he wears 14.
Okay. Centering pass. Oh, just sweep by that another Glass.
All I can say is the Wild are in good hands if these are the girls that are coming up.
Nelson.
Hulk just does not want to give Flash anything out there.
No, not a. Puck rolling around. Here's a chance. Big skate for it. Red's got a chance. Shot on it.
Oh, and a
Schwartz
goal!
Beaten on the stick side. No, glove side.
Just so we all know, we got Flash. We have Willa, Chloe, Liv, Olive, and Zara. The only thing that's missing on the ice is a left-handed shot.
I blame field hockey for that.
Yeah.
Big race for it. Big race for it. Frankie Profit takes it behind the net. Profit controlling it. Passes in front. Dangerous pass, but it ends up all the way down the ice. Here's a chance for Hulk. Scores!
What a goal.
She had that sitting there in that in the office, as Graydon Lee calls it.
Rosa also promised me a goal before the game, so glad that she lived up to that.
That's good, yeah. Don't want to let Coach Colin down.
I will say I've seen Isaac Reed out there. He's trying to pick up what these girls are doing because he's been struggling going wide tonight.
Go on, don't be so mean. Here's a chance for just wide shot. Picks it up. She picks up her own rebound. Centering pass in front of the net. Spinorama move shot off a skate. And in it goes.
To the 5-hole. Right at the buzzer.
And ends up as a tie.
I believe it was a 3-2 win for Hulk.
Oof, close game.
And much like we did last year when we had the 3-on-3 cross ice, I think we're going to get a group photo here. Just for those who are listening, when I throw shade at Isaac Reed, it's because it's brother Isaac to me. He knows I'm playing around.
Did Kelly get a new helmet?
That's my rec hockey helmet.
All right, photo opportunity. Glass. There's Simon out there. Simon himself.
You can also see brother Noah down there.
Brother Noah, yeah.
Rocking his Enigma hockey stick.
There's a few Enigma sticks out there, Colin. Light, flexible, and lots of goals in them.
Proven to score goals.
Yep.
Ask Josh Hurley, I'd say.
Yeah, they package how many goals per stick? Guaranteed at least how many?
It depends if you use it in practice or not. It's great to see how happy these girls are. And just in case you guys didn't know, Dave also is the assistant coach for the Wakatipu Wild.
Go on then.
So him and I have been with the Wild for both seasons, and this year we decided to sign up again. We're looking forward to a great year. We've got 2 home rounds here in Queenstown. We
Yeah.
fly to Auckland for one, and then the finals are held in Dunedin.
Yep. On our local round, I should have those dates in front of me, but man, come out and support the Wild. Great hockey. Whole.
And if you're a business out there and you're looking for something to sponsor, the Wakatipu Wild and its players are always looking for some sort of help.
Great group of girls. They work hard. They listen.
Yeah. Very coachable.
Yeah, coachable. That's a good word. Coachable. And a lot of them haven't heard my jokes, Colin. So they get that. They get that. A whole year of my jokes.
They don't know how to react to them half the time.
Well, they've got 13 minutes, so the Zamboni's going to have to go into high gear for this.
Ted won't like to admit it, but you can do a 10-minute groom if you really try.
Yeah. They got the old Zamboni out there tonight.
I'm not too sure what's wrong with the electric Zamboni.
Okay, gone.
This live coverage is brought to you by the Film Crew. This live coverage is brought to you by the Film Crew.
And we're back. We're back at Queenstown Ice Arena. The battle between SkyCity Stampede and the Phoenix Thunder. Second period. Colin, that first period, boy, there's a whole list of hockey items in there. Physicality, end to end, and a couple goals. I mean, it had everything, all the makings.
Yeah, it's definitely a much different game than yesterday. That's the first 20 minutes. It all starts with those first couple shifts. It was 4.5 minutes before the first whistle. That just gives the ability for everyone to get into the game.
Yeah, get their legs stretched out because some of them probably a little bit stiff from yesterday.
You do have to give a shout out to the men line in the games today. You got Kyle Matthews, you got good old senior Flighty, and you got Kenny Gustafson down here from Wellington. Whenever you have three refs who can take control of the game, it's always going to be a good one.
Yeah, they're managing it really well. These two South Island teams, they're, it's a close-knit fraternity. They all, even when there is a bit of a fracas, there's usually a bit of a smile. You see these wry smiles coming up as McCog has a grab with,
Benny.
Yeah, or Harford.
Yeah, like yesterday you could see a lot of friendly banter. Might not seem friendly when you're watching on the live stream or live, but you have guys like Noah Gregory, Flighty, Isaac Reed, B.D. Harford, getting hit over here by Hurley, Lockie,
Harrison,
J-Rob,
McCog,
Harrison.
yeah.
They're all so familiar with each other.
Well, they've come up through all the different grades together, so, and played internationally too as of one team. So it's a very close-knit fraternity.
And you have most of the Stampede players who ended up playing in either Christchurch or Dunedin when they went to uni.
Yeah, and then they always come home.
Yeah, it's the rite of passage almost.
Just like pigeons and eels, they always come home. All right, facing off.
Yeah, we got the 5 Queenstown kids out there, 2 sets of brothers, and then the odd Burns.
Yeah, but then let's include some of those, a couple of the.
Yeah, we got BD and Noah Gregory out there, the old prodigy.
All Queenstown boys out of Wakatim High.
Yeah.
A great sold-out crowd. A little quiet at the moment, but I'm sure things will heat up in a moment. McCog with it. Quick shot, just wide of the net. Puck rolls, links the boards.
Growing up, I was always very fascinated by whoever would win the opening draw because I had a coach in Adam who would say if you won the opening draw, you'd win the period.
That's good to know. We'll see how that goes.
Dunedin won this one, so we'll see if that tracks.
Big tackle there. Kyle Matthews tangled up with Otis and Burns.
Ooh. As a ref, you never want to go down because it's always a box of something you got to give the other guys.
Yeah. Gregory.
Delayed penalty coming up for the Stampede.
Gregory stick handling. Burn.
Can hear the Thunder bench yelling at James Moore to come, but
Burns taps that puck. Bit of a board.
That's a penalty as a coach you hate to see, 180 feet from your net.
Yeah, it's in the offensive zone and early in the period, no, everybody. This will just tucker them out. We got Amston.
Yet again, faceoffs are crucial. See if Jack Roby can get one here.
Coyle, Amston, Harrison for the Stampede. Harford in defense. He's got Otis, Darling, Gregory. Centering pass off a skate and dumped all the way down the ice nicely. Connor Harrison giving chase.
He's right on BD right there.
Harford tackling Connor Harrison behind the net. Connor's not happy about that. But no penalty called as the puck rolls all the way down behind the net with Enright controlling.
Josh Hurley jumps out there.
Replacing
Oldie.
Old man Harrison. Dunedin doing a good job of finally controlling there. And Roby kicks it out to the neutral zone. Blair with it. Blair drags it into his own zone. Otis, cross ice. Reed.
Second period, we got that long change, so got to keep watch for that. A lot of tired legs this period.
Otis marches it in. Centering pass. Puck rolls around. Nobody can get a piece of it. Back to the corner. Enright with it in the corner. Trying to set something up. Trying to look for a seam. Enright fans on it. But ends up with a puck underneath him somehow. And it's kept in. Carson Pratt giving chase along the boards on Gregory.
Some good zone time here by the Thunder.
But again, not able to get inside. Kick save by Blair, I believe. Blair with it on the point. Shot, puck bouncing in front. Gregory trying to set something up.
Just wide.
I might have gone off a body, I'm not sure, but he was close in there. Brooksy trying to stay centered. As Devlin takes a shot from the point. Puck rolls out.
It's a near 2-minute power play in the offensive zone there. It's a good kill by the SkyCity Stampede.
Yep. Just boxed him out. Amston, big forward pass.
Oh.
I don't know what happened there. Sofer kind of kicked it over the boards or something. That's a beautiful pass. Or a good opportunity there. As Sofer stepped off onto the ice and was open.
Just an example of tired minds right there. Sam Otis was on the delayed offside, but Steph didn't realize. Rushed that pass. Worked out, he got a change, but I'm assuming if he had a do-over, he'd be skating that out.
Flight dropping the puck. Linesman Nick Flight thumping it around on that dot. And finally it rolls into Stampede area where Freer is being dogged by Otis. And it rolls back into the neutral zone. Freer with it.
You can tell Ryan Martin's played some high-level hockey, but you can also tell it hasn't been for quite some time as he's getting the puck and then just coasting.
Yeah, he's got a Sofer with it. Drags it to the corner. Back to the point. He's got Burns there. Burns takes a wrister. Puck rolling around in front. And McCray couldn't tap it in as it rolled into Braden Lee's office. What he calls the office, that back door. And McCray took a swipe at it. I don't know if he hit it, but it just rolled off the post. So good opportunity for SkyCity Stampede coming off a penalty and marching the puck all the way in there quickly. Nasco Factory, big thanks to you and Cook Concrete Brothers. You guys also supporting SkyCity Stampede as they march their way through this 2022 season. So nice to be back here doing this after such a questionable year last year, Colin.
Oh, yeah. I don't think last year ended as anybody in the league would have wanted it to, but...
Well, I think not only New Zealand hockey, but I think the whole world was rattling around trying to figure things out.
It's good to see that 2022 is a little bit more normal across the world in terms of all the hockey leagues.
Yes. Gregory over the blue line. Robbed by McCog. And it's dumped all the way back in.
Blair shot that in, deflected off the Noah Gregory shin pad.
So that is an offside. Linesman Nick Flight, linesman Tyler Matthews, and head referee Kenny Gustaf. Kemp dumps it in. And Stitley cross ice to Harford. Harford to Enright. Enright's got some boogie on at the red line.
Looks like we got a hooking call coming up.
I don't know if that was intentional or not. Noah Gregory trying to get on the ice as the goaltender comes to free things up, but nothing worked there. So the Stampede end up with another penalty. McCog. You don't score goals when you're in the box.
No.
It's a tripping penalty. Face off to the left of Aston Brooks. Darling taking the face off for the Phoenix Thunder. Kept in. Darling chases to the corner against Freer. Enright pulls it out behind the net to Gregory. Gregory along the boards. Looking for that pass. Enright in the corner. Back to Harford on the point. Harford takes a shot. Puck bouncing around and rolls out, giving the Stampede a bit of breathing room. Gregory, Noah Gregory, and Roby dogging them. Great forechecking there. Otis with it now on the blue line. Otis over the red line. Otis rubbed out, and we've got another penalty. It's Cullen Burns. It's not normally a penalty getter.
No.
He's trying to negotiate his way out of it.
So it's going to be minute 16 on the 5-on-3. Yesterday, Stampede capitalized on theirs.
Yes, we'll see how that goes. That's not a favorable position for the SkyCity Stampede to be in.
I was talking to Noah Gregory earlier this afternoon. He was saying the second they went down on the 5-on-3 yesterday, he remembered the quote I always said: if you score on a 5-on-3, you're going to win a game. If you don't, you're not. So this could be a sign right here.
We'll see. We'll see. Back to Harford on the blue line. Skates it in. Rolls around. Gregory. Cross dot. Puck off a skate all the way down. And chopping up time. 51 minute in the first penalty.
49 seconds to go here. 5-on-3.
Rails it back in. They three veterans out there, these old workhorses, and now Harrison McCog coming out.
Somebody on the PK you never like seeing if you're the opposite team.
Darling with it now. Darling against the boards. Shot.
Easy glove save by Aston Brooks.
Yeah. Beautiful save. Shot was on target, but Aston was there in position. I think perhaps Darling was hoping for a deflection or a bit of a rebound there because there's a few green jerseys in front of the net.
I don't know who's been watching the NHL playoffs, but it's much like anybody in the NHL. If you can see the puck, you're going to stop it. You can say that for Aston Brooks.
And again, another glove save, even though it was going wide, just slowing things down. Stitley taking that shot from the point. You said something, is there another league called the NHL?
Apparently it's a pretty good one in North America.
Yeah. Anybody that can't make it into the NZIHL, they go over there.
Big block by Harry McCog.
Yeah. Oh, that was a dangerous shot as Devlin.
Scores with 2 seconds to go in the 5-on-3.
Postage size hole up there in the top corner off Aston's shoulder. That was a spectacular shot. He might have got a piece of it, but not enough.
Not quite the same celebration as yesterday, but gets the bench fired up.
And that also, that's also breaks that mojo. You know, they were down no goals. That's once you start getting the momentum. So great shot by Devlin.
So the Thunder still have 45 seconds left on their power play.
I think they've cleared it, so they'll have to probably reset. I think Colin will. So I'm not sure how that's going to work with no time on the clock, but they're sorting it out as we speak. Great time to thank our sponsors. First of all, big thank you to you guys that are watching. Couldn't make it here tonight. What are you, afraid? Cold night. Mind you, I'd probably be home hugging the fire, sitting in a nice lounge. Tony, you're probably, again, sitting up with the fire. The pup's sitting there with you, having a nice little beverage. Big thanks to SkyCity Stampede, SkyCity, Nasto Factory, Concrete Brothers, AWS Legal, Queenstown Health. And now we got a puck drop. Boy, that gave the Queenstown team a great breath as they have to kill a bit of a penalty. Shot. And Brooks, great save, and covers up that little rebound. And that's the other thing. Making the save is only part of that job. That rebound's dangerous. Boy, Gustafson not happy. All of this gives the Stampede lots of breathing, you know.
Yeah. Any break's a good break right now.
Yep. Got Coyle out there with McCray. Amston, Sofer. Whoa. No penalty there as Sofer is clobbered. Back to the point.
Here's Mike McCray.
Mike McCray boogies over. This is
and
scores. Short, was that shorthanded? Mike McCray shorthanded. That'll learn you, Dunedin. That's what he's saying. Bad control. That all happened over there against the boards where Phoenix.
Steph Amson got an inadvertent high stick from Sean Devlin. No call. He got mad.
Yep.
Hit Billy Shed. Took the puck.
What?
Mike McCray used that speed he has, that game-changing speed. Got that breakaway. 5-hole goal.
Yeah.
If Alex Murray's watching the game, he's probably having nightmares from practice 2 years ago.
The old theory, don't get mad, get even. I think that's how it happened.
I probably could take credit for that goal. I did sharpen McCray's skates before the game.
Yeah, well, that's, you know, that butterfly effect again.
Yeah. Who knows what would have happened if that hadn't happened?
Yeah, I think I shook his hand too. So, you know, you know, all this, you know, do we get an assist?
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to call us as the assist, I think. Bit of a discussion there. I think Gustafsson was just checking about that bit of a fracas near the net with
I think they're still trying to figure out when the minor penalty to Callum Burns ends. Must be pretty soon as CJ Kemp just jumped off the ice.
They may have to they might have to slow that whole play down to see what actually happened. That was just a
blink of an eye and McCray's gone.
Yeah. All right, so finally, looks like 5-on-4 with, I'm not sure how much time left in that penalty. Nothing left in the penalty, so Kemp will probably jump on. And there's Burns. Oh, no, Burns is straight on the ice. Freer firing it all the way into the corner as Hartford picks it up behind the net.
Just a recap. Dunedin with a 5-on-3 goal. Mike McCray answers with a shorthanded goal of his own.
Gregory with it along his boards, up but not out, as Freer dumps it back in behind the net, forcing Lucky Freer. McCog. Oh no, Roby, sorry. No, Harrison McCog passes in front. Puck rolling around as Moore, spread eagle there, and icing is the call.
This line's been very effective from the hash marks down. Harrison, Max McCog, and Lachlan Freer.
I'd like to see, I'm a fan of Lachlan Freer's slap shot. I'd like to see him unleash one because it's quite quick and powerful.
Nice heavy shot he possesses.
What's the stick he's using, Colin?
I believe it's an Enigma.
Okay.
He did get that for being the top point getter at the Queenstown Cup.
Right.
Barely beat out a player who ended up playing for the Traveling Goons out of Auckland. You might know him, Matthew Schneider.
Oh. Young Matthew Snyder.
Yeah. Who, I don't know if people don't know, but he is currently in Vietnam. He said it's about 35 degrees Celsius, and you can only use AC at night.
I dream of that.
Yeah.
So Blair with it behind the net. Around to Devlin. Devlin dumps it up, but not out.
Good keep by Axel Rusky-Jones there.
Connor Harrison centering. And the Roby can't get too much of it. Enough of it. Devlin pushed up against the boards. The fans sure love that noise. These are extra noisy boards. No tripping there. And shot into the corner by Amston. Got to watch Enright as he busts past everybody. And Amston with it now. Amston skates through a couple of the Phoenix Thunder players and pushes it, ends up behind the net. Amston turns around, fires the puck. And just, again, a whole lot of time with no whistle. Boys are getting very tired. And like you said, that long shift. Here's a chance for Mike McCray. Oh, fans on his pass. Turns, I'm not sure who that is. He turned a little bit inside out.
Charlie Lilly. He made that first move. Lilly made sure to watch the chest, so he stayed with them.
Yeah. Golden hands, Mike McCray.
That's a defensive move that not
pass
many
in
players
front,
are gonna make.
Shot by Martin. Great save by Moore, James Moore. And Martin takes a great shot from the slot. And it rolls down, forcing Freer. Mitchell Freer gives chase, but icing is the call. No change allowed as Allen tries to sneak off.
It's that sustained pressure down low. It forces D-man to dump the puck, turn it into an ice, just makes for long shifts.
Yep, forces you down, especially on this second period because it's a long skate to the bench.
The Stampede fourth line's been very good today. So for McCray and Martin, pretty strong fourth line, I must say.
Great work. You know, puck to the point. Sustained pressure by SkyCity. Puck rolling around, nobody wants it. Finally, it's batted to the neutral zone. Boys marching off for a change, but the puck is turned around and pushed back into Thunder zone.
Nice little tip by Mike McCray off that shot from Mitch Freer.
McCray with it. Pushes past a few of the Thunder players off the blue line. Puck rolling around on the slot. Up but not out. McCray picks that up. Takes a shot wide.
Some tired legs out there right now.
Dunedin is trapped down in their own zone. It's Hartford.
And another ice.
And icing is the call. So Nadas, I think he wanted it to bounce off a body. So he has some very tired legs.
Plays like that is where you can tell the players who have experience versus the ones who don't.
Yeah.
If you're tired like that, normally you're just going to chip it out far side. But a lot of these younger players, they're not used to those long shifts, so they just ice it down, right?
Sweep it hard and fast. You just need a little flick just to get it out of the blue line. Shot right off the face-off, and now they get their chance.
Good save by James Moore there. Gets a full wholesale change.
Gregory, Otis, Stitley. For the Phoenix Thunder. Face off to the left of Moore. Amston across the coil. to McCog. Darling picks that up in his own zone. Kept in by Lockie Freer. Darling picks up the bouncing puck, skates it in over the blue line, muscles his way, centering pass.
Nice stick by Aston Brooks right there.
Great stick work. I think that was Otis that was drifting there, waiting for Darling's pass, but Brooksy got there first. He's a veteran.
Darling seems to have a little pep in his step tonight.
100th game.
Yep.
He's got to get some points. Kind of want to. Reed, Blair back there for Phoenix Thunder. Rusky Jones taking the face-off for Sky City. A quick shot off the face-off. Aston Brooks covers that up. Rolls around the boards. Roby tangled up with Matthews and Blair.
Oh! Connor Harrison blows it by James Moore.
Connor Harrison had a beautiful goal last night and took one off the post on another one. Connor Harrison definitely stepping up. We're looking at 7 minutes and 31 seconds left in the second period.
I'm not sure if he'll get an assist on the play, but Jack Roby taking a hit to make a play at the Thunder blue line.
All right. Shed taking the face off for the Phoenix Thunder. Lilly rails it around. Allen fires it off the glass. Picked up by Burns, who spins it around and puts it into the neutral zone, and then Carson Pratt just fires it into the corner. Allen with it off the glass, but not out. Hand pass. Can't hit the puck with your hand. So that brings it down outside that.
I was talking with Van Stickle this afternoon. I was telling him that he reminds me of a rattier version of Mike Ribeiro. I believe that's why he picked 63 as well.
Never heard that description as a rattier version.
Just a little bit chippier.
Van Stickle, he sure likes that between the leg thing. He did a beautiful pass last night in front of the net like that. And Thunder clear it out. Freer forced to give chase. Takes it behind his own net. Mitchell Freer being heavily dogged. And a puck bouncing in front. That was Flight.
Yeah, Flighty's seen that move a time or two, so I think he knew what to expect.
And Flight kind of bounced that puck near the front. So great work there by Jackson Flight, ex-Wakatim High, ex-Queenstown lad. Sofer facing off for Sky City.
Got that Stampede fourth line out there again with Steph Amston and Cornelius Kemp.
CJ Kemp, yep. Tapped up to McRae. McRae, burst of speed. No penalty called.
I'm not sure what they're going to call on that, but yet again, you saw his speed.
Yeah.
World class. 3 strides and he was gone.
And he muscled past two of those players, those two defending players.
The puck did cross the line, but I believe the refs are just talking right now if it was before or after the net went off.
No goal, but no penalty. He got tackled like a locomotive, you can't stop him quickly. I'm not sure what's happening there, but Kenny Gustafson explaining the situation to the Sky City Stampede bench. All right, face off to the left of Moore. Darling facing off for the Phoenix Thunder against Sofer. Puck rolls to the corner. Ends up on Martin's stick, who takes a shot.
about the second time Ryan Martin's had that puck in the slot and just loses that touch of it.
He'll get there.
Yeah.
Gregory, cross ice. Aston Brooks. You know, it's a holiday weekend, but I believe that was at Otis, got schooled.
Yeah.
Brooks just took it away from him. That's that veteran goaltending. Sofer with it now on his own corner, in his own corner. Darling keeping it in. Shot wide. Things seem to have slowed down here as McRae picks it up against Reed. McRae loses it. And Brooks.
Big block shot by Steph Amston there.
Puck rolling around behind the net. And to the point, but Allen keeps it in. All the way behind the net again. Otis bats it to the corner. McRae with it. McRae just pushes it to the red line. And McCog decides to take over from there and give chase.
It's an extended shift by the D. We'll
And
see if the
again,
Thunder can make him pay.
Sofer taking another shot. Beautiful block. McCog. Huge pass forward, caught by Allen. And Freer couldn't stop him as Enright picks up the puck on the blue line. Freer taps it full.
Smart little chip there.
We've got 4 minutes, 17 seconds left in this second period as Burns controls in the neutral zone. Takes it into his own zone with Freer. Takes it all the way behind the net. He's got Enright and Sheard chasing. Harrison over the blue line. Connor Harrison over behind the net. Spins. No one there to pick up that pass. And Roby takes it behind the net, just out of reach of Harrison in front. Devlin robbed. And a couple good swings at it.
Another couple big stops by James Moore.
Devlin was robbed there, and a great opportunity for Roby and Connor Harrison.
This line's been very effective. Axel Rusky-Jones, Jack Roby, and Connor Roby Harrison.
Very effective, yeah.
Using their speed and their size.
You know, both Connor and Roby were quite feisty, and they seem to have calmed down a bit this year. It's wonderful to see. They're actually spectacular hockey players.
Here's Jackson Flight.
Jackson Flight boogies along that right side. And a shot wide. And Brooks bats it down. It's tapped up to Harrison. And Stitley ends up with it in his own zone. Freer, bouncing puck. Burns, back of the net. Freer.
Bouncing puck right now.
Yes. Dodges the hit from, it was Hurley that dodged the hit from Harford. Rusky-Jones in pursuit. Harford with it now. Harford moves past Hurley over the red line. He tries to muscle his way through Burns, but that ain't happening.
Jay Hammer with a little chip and chase.
A bad pass, forcing Gregory to chase it into his own zone. Up but not out. Hurley keeping it in. And Phoenix Thunder forced to go into their own zone. Behind the net.
By Van Stickle.
Van Stickle, nice little rob. Nice little Stickle handling. That was a long, sustained effort without a whistle, with 2 minutes and 19 seconds left in the second period. Face-off will be to the right of James Moore. We got Cole and Amston in the backfield there, forced to back up as Phoenix Thunder march it in, but it's tapped all the way back down the ice. Reed gives chase, being Chased by Sofer. Big leave, but no one there. Picked up by Martin. Some great playing, good positioning. And it rolls to the neutral zone where Sofer and Gregory go at it. And it ends up railing along the boards. Gregory with it. Loses it to Sofer. Sofer bats it out all the way down the ice.
And there's McRae's speed again, beating out that icing.
Centering pass.
Oh.
And Harrison McCog couldn't quite get a good hit on it. He was quite close to the goaltender when he had to take that swing. We've got 1 minute, 20 seconds left in this 4-1 game. No penalties lately, which is really lovely to see.
Yeah, some back and forth hockey.
Very backy, forthy. Freer, shot wide. Burns trying to keep it in. Just does. Rails around. Enright. And it's in behind the net. Oof. Big hit, Devlin. On collides with McCog. Lilly saying hello to Max McCog in the corner. Burns with it. Burns takes that shot. Puck rolls to the corner. Battle for it.
It's good to see Sheard back out there for the Thunder this year after, I believe it's a couple years off.
Yeah.
He's always been an impact player at every level he's played.
Lilly with it in the corner. Taps her around to the far corner, and Devlin picks that up.
Got 15 seconds to go here.
Sean Otis with it. Shot taken out by Freer as he shoots. Freer rifles it down where Isaac Reed picks it up. And Harford. And that ends that. Wow. Whew. That ends that period. That was a long sustained pressure, or at least without whistles. We're going to come back to you after a few ad breaks and after the Zamboni cleans the ice. We'll come back to you with the third period. Stay tuned.
This live coverage is brought to you by the Film Crew. This live coverage is brought to you by the Film Crew. This live coverage is brought to you by the Film Crew.
And we're back here, third period, Queenstown Arena. Big battle, second game of a two-game series between SkyCity Stampede and the Phoenix Thunder. I'm Dave Dubnik, and with me I have Colin McIntosh, the C-Mac, who's doing the color commentary. Colin, what's your take on that second period?
I mean, both teams had some good chances. Thunder got their 5-on-3 goal, but next shift they gave up a shorty, so that kind of cancels that out. I think if the Thunder would have won that period, this third period would be a lot more nerve-wracking for the Stampede, but coming in with a 3-goal lead and a lot of experience with 3-goal leads, if the Thunder don't push, I don't think there's going to be much of a chance for a comeback, but if they have a good first 5, it could change the whole game itself.
Yeah, the conversation in that Thunder dressing room will be interesting. Like to be a fly on the wall there. But of course there are no flies in this place because it's kept so spotlessly clean. Ted and Dan Graham, great work keeping this rink, the ice itself looking beautiful, and huge work every summer trying to upgrade this place, which is spectacular.
Stampede are clearly looking for a good energy shift here. We got Jay Hammer, TCP, and Van Stickle out there.
See how we get on. Hurley, Carson Pratt, Van Stickle starting off this third period. Adonis, Darling.
And we got Steph Amston, the artist formerly known as Steph Helmerson.
Carson Pratt busted up the boards now. And shot off a toe, and it rolls on the glass in the corner.
Penalty here coming up to Benny Hartford, I believe.
And Carson Pratt gives him a little
both
bit.
of them.
Oh, is there a little bit of fracas? I missed. Yes, the Promenade both get 2 minutes in the oven. In the microwave. 4-on-4.
4-on-4, 20 seconds in.
Good old time hockey. 4-on-4. Got Enright, Blair, Devlin, and Reed out there for
Stampede respond with their fourth line of Sofer and McRae.
You're going to be in trouble there, Colin.
I'm just going off the depth chart.
All right. Devlin in the neutral zone, losing it to Amston. Amston to Coyle. Amston cross to McRae. Sofa muscles his way in, has a stick held up at the last second. And Darling boogies down that left side. Enright, sorry, boogies down that left side. Amston picks that up.
Amston's 1-on-3 here.
It's about fair, isn't it?
Yeah. Brother Reed goes down.
Amston's fighting for it. And Enright.
We got a 2-on-1 coming back.
Otis. And great tangle up on Enright. You know, you can't let him loose in that slot. And I believe that was Freer that tangled him up well and truly. We have a 4-1 game early in the third period. Still 4-on-4. Bit of rough physicality with Harford and
TCP, Thomas Carson Pratt.
Pratt, yep. Freer to his brother. And McCog with it now in the neutral zone. McCog over the blue line. Shot.
And
Puck.
that
Oh my goodness.
saved on the goal line, looks like by Adam Steitley.
Yeah, I think Moore didn't know he had it. And when he dropped his glove, I think it fell out of his glove. And yeah, I think he owes Steitley a beverage after the game maybe. Oh my goodness. Tangles that puck up at the last second.
Toe save right there.
Bit of cardiac moments there.
You see a lot of teams don't really practice 4-on-4, so that's why you see a lot of these D-men and forward screwing up their in-zone coverage.
Yeah, their behavior is altered. So we got Roby, Burns, Harrison, and Freer out there for SkyCity. Reed.
If you're that offensive team and you can get a crossover going.
Otis with it. Loses it to Connor Harrison. And offside's the call. As Roby got a little anxious, stepping over the blue. The thin blue line. Devlin Enright.
A lot of speed on the ice with these guys out there right now.
And Reed moves up to that wing. And Connor Harrison puts it in front. And Devlin ends up with it. He skates over the blue line. He's got Enright with him. And Connor Harrison off his referee skate. And Rusky Jones knocked to his feet, but he still gets up and controls the puck.
That's not good. Jack Roby's over here holding his wrist.
No. Just when we were saying he's playing so well. Straight off. And Dr. McCog, mind you, we could get, perhaps we could get Ben Harford to take care of that, being he graduating, doctoring.
You can see the team manager, Neil Freer, and the physio, Kieran, running over.
Yeah.
Want to make sure that Jack Roby is okay.
Lots of care and attention taken care of there, boy.
There's Dr. McCog following in.
Carson Pratt facing off against Shared and the offside dot. And Devlin with it. Bounces off the boards to Harford. Harford cross ice. Firing it around with Amston. Stopped in the corner. To the point. Harford can't control that.
Van Stickle just missed out on that puck.
Just heavy pursuit by Van Stickle. Almost, Harford almost coughed it up. And he sits behind the net now, looking to set something up.
You got CJ Kemp out there with Steph Amson right now.
Enright over the red line. Kemp against Enright behind the net. And ends up on Amston's big forward pass to Hurley. No whistle. Pass in front. Hurley can't get there. McRae picks that up. Muscles his way over the red line to Flight. And it ends up on Devlin's stick, who slaps it around. And McRae can pick that up, bats it back in. And it rolls to the corner where Allen pushes it behind the net. Freer with it on the blue line, taps it in. Martin gives chase, picks it up in the corner, rails it behind the net. Stitley with it. Bit more physicality again. They have Burns forced all the way back to his own zone. Cross ice to Freer. Freer carries behind the net. Being chased by Blair. And is batted back in. Lewis picks up a loose puck. Shot. Brooks. Pad save. Freer cross to McCog. McCog losing it on the blue line. Reed picking it up. Turns around, starts the march. Lewis taps it into SkyCity zone. And Freer to McCog. McCog off the red line. Dances, tries to dance. And Lockie Freer tries to keep it in. Mitchell, Freer to Lockie Freer in the corner. Centering pass. Amson can't quite get a handle on that. Great save by McCog, because it's that Otis who has had some free ice. Tap up to McCog, Max McCog. Pushed up against the boards. Knocked off the puck.
Looks like, yeah. Billy Sheard just took that hit. Looks like his left hand might be hurt.
Otis with it over the blue line. And now Devlin passes. Puck just bounces behind the net. In front, shot, scores! Otis! Big hard shot, high slot. Nice work.
This live coverage is brought to you by the Film Crew.
Not sure what the argument is. There's a lot of open ice hits.
A lot of physicality to that shift, but at the same time, when you focus on the hits, you're not focused on the puck, and that's what happens when you do that. Ends up in the back of the net. Couple missed calls there, probably on each side, but.
So we're looking at a 4-2, 14 minutes left. Lots of time left. It's a lifetime of hockey left here in this third period. Bit of momentum. Kenny's explaining something to Devlin and Freer.
That right there, it's not the first 5, but it's the first 6. Dunedin's got that first goal of the period. It's going to make for a very exciting, interesting finish.
Yeah, momentum's moving that way. Got Devlin facing off, or Devlin up against Rusky Jones. Flight up against Pratt. And Enright up against Van Stickle. Devlin fires it up. And it's batted back in. Lilly picks that up. Lilly for Phoenix. Rolls to the neutral zone. Stickle, Van Stickle. Burns, cross ice, nice pass, Van Stickle.
Looking for Axel Rusky Jones back door, just a little bit too far.
Just out of his reach. Rusky Jones puts Devlin on his butt. And is batted into the neutral zone. Burns picks it up in his own zone. Carries behind the net as his team changes up. Good read. He's got Sofer with him. He's got Freer. Van Stickle. Martin. There's a chance for Van Sickle with Sofer. Sofer with it in the corner. Being pushed around, but still has it. Martin can't get a shot away. Ooh. Oh, again, McRae on that back doorstep.
Just a little bit too far by Adam Sofer there.
But Jackson Flight and Martin collide behind the net. I think Martin's a little worse for wear. And there's McCog with it now on the blue line. Over to McCray. McCray's got McCog with him. McCray tries to tap it across to McCray, to McCog. Little flick to Sofer off the glass. Or Amston off the glass.
It's a nice little area pass there by Mike McCray.
Yeah. Golden hands. Silky smooth. Amston back to Coyle. Coyle with it in his own zone. Cross to Amston. Amston up to Freer. Freer robbed on the blue line. And Amston can't quite control it on the blue line. Lots of neutral zone stuff going on.
Yeah.
Lockie Freer with it on the boards. And now Burns takes it behind the net, just slowing things down. Start moving out. Burns. He's got McCog. McCog centering. Tangled up in front was Max McCog. And Cole forced it into his own zone with it. Off the boards. Back to Cole.
Good keep by Devlin there.
Yeah, Devlin keeps it in. That's kind of that butterfly effect, that little thing, because a little bit of pressure there on deep in the Stampede zone. Sheesh. Good
Just a bit wide there by Otis.
Otis close shot. Rusky Jones picking up a bouncing puck. And Connor Harrison's rolling around. He doesn't look good, as does Devlin. It's just a battle. It's attrition here. They're just lots of hits.
A little 2-on-1 here, 3-on-2.
Hurley can't make the pass. Great breakup by Lilly. Beautiful. Lilly muscles his way over top of Rusky Jones. Rusky Jones still battling for it. Gets it to Burns. Burns bounces it back into the corner where Connor Harrison gets it behind the net. Harrison still behind the net with it. Shot and puck. Is that Gregory? Oh, Gregory tangled up with Sofer and Flight and Connor Harrison. Jackson Flight giving Connor Harrison a little bit of a talking to after the referee steps in, though.
Yeah.
So
a little skirmish there after the whistle.
After the whistle. Roughing penalty.
Looks like we're now in the area of Kenny's only taking one per whistle.
We'll see. This is a interesting turn of events because it's sort of halfway through that third period. They're down by 2. Thunder have an opportunity here, but then we remember what happened last time that they were on the power play. Sneaky old Mike McCray snuck one in.
And they're starting off with Sofer, McCray, Coyle, and Amston out there on the power PK.
10 minutes left in this third period. Hartford forced back all the way in.
That right there's another example of why draws are so important. You win that draw in the first 20 seconds that PK is done.
Hartford over the red line. Tries to carry all the way in himself. Gregory with it. Gregory to the corner. Darling back to Hartford. Hartford. And was that Amston clearing it all the way down, forcing Hartford.
Wholesale change and an icing.
And icing is a goal. So that pass didn't really work out for him. Just over 1 minute left in that penalty. I don't know if anybody smiles as much as Devlin. Man, he smiles a lot. He's a happy guy. Face off to the left of Moore. icing. With the icing, there's no change allowed. So Kyle Matthews just being corrected by Gustav.
That's a little bit of gamesmanship there. Noah Gregory jumping off, Devlin jumping on.
And a good shot on from Burns.
That quick whistle just makes it a moot point as they get a nice little change on the power play.
So we'll see what happens here. Face off deep in that Phoenix Thunder zone.
Flighty's not liking that puck, so we're getting a new one here.
5 on 4. Pratt up against Devlin. Quick little shot from Burns. Didn't quite make it all the way through, though. Front shot just wide by McCog. Burns off a stick. Burns tangles up the puck at his feet. And finally, it's picked up by Jackson Flight, who bats it into Stampede zone. Freer rails it up and out, forcing them back into their own zone, or up into the neutral zone. Stitley. Blair. Devlin in the neutral zone. Flight. Burns fires it up. And Flight saying a little bit of fracas. I never caught what happened there, but
looks as though Kenny's calling 2 for rough on Thomas Carson Pratt here. This will be the second 5-on-3 for the Thunder. They only have 11 seconds though.
So referee Gustafsson, timeout called by the Phoenix Thunder. 11 seconds. What do you do?
It all comes down to winning that draw. I'm assuming they're drawing something up that includes a face-off win, because otherwise it's just going to be 5-on-4.
You win that face-off, and who's our best face-off player for the Stampede? Who will you put out there?
5-on-3. I'm assuming they're going to be putting out either Max or Harry McCog.
Sofer?
Sofs could be out there. He's been doing very well on draws. This is where having Jack Roby would be a very good compliment, but he's still in the dressing room. No update yet.
The way he was holding that wrist, I don't think it's good news.
No.
For those that don't know, they freeze these pucks. It's a frozen puck at the, and they try to keep rotating the pucks to keep them frozen, and that reduces the bounce. Interesting fact is, in the first years of ice hockey, they used to use frozen horse dung as a hockey puck back in the day.
And right here, for those of you who don't know, the new rules implemented this year is the team with the power play chooses where the first face-off is.
Oh, I called it. Sofer.
No surprise, Darling's out there.
And cleared out,
Lose the draw, and boom, it's 5-on-4.
Yeah. So, Harford behind his own net. The boys cycling.
Connor Harrison jumps on the ice.
Enright, red line, blue line, marching it quickly through. Drags it behind, loses it. But Amson fans on the clearing shot. And Thunder controlling just in that zone. Nope. Oh, bad bounce off the glass. And Otis with it. Harford now in his own zone. All the way back. Get that cycle going. 1 minute left in this big feed up to Darling. Stick lift. And
ends up being offside.
Offside, anywho. Wow.
Face-off should be all the way down as the puck came from inside the Dunedin zone.
Interesting.
Sorry, the Phoenix zone. Phoenix Thunder. You can see the head ref, Kenny Gustafson, agreeing. I'm not sure what rule it is. It's probably Rule 13, 7.6.
You're right, Nigel. Otis is a warrior. He's a big battler. Nigel Dobson from Dunedin, keeping us updated on those Dunedin players.
The Odysseus makes it also another set of brothers out there with
the McCogs and with
Sam
the
Otis as well, number 8.
Yeah.
Noah Gregor and Isaac Reed consider each other brothers, but it's a little bit different.
This fraternity is quite small. Clearing again. 45 seconds left in this penalty with 6 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third period.
We had just over 30 seconds on this power play.
4-2. Stitley with it behind his own net. Jackson Flight on his blue line. Burns interrupts that. Pushes it back into Stitley in his own zone. Flight with it. Along the boards. Firing it down. Again. Allen forced to give chase behind his own net. Flight with it. Doesn't quite hit Devlin.
And with that, we're back to even strength.
And that's it. As Phoenix Thunder, great control, but they can't actually get it into SkyCity zone. There are lots of cycling neutral. Hand pass.
So we're at 6:02 left in the third period.
6 minutes. And that was the opportunity for the Thunder, to be honest. Big thanks to Queenstown Ice Hockey Club, Eventa, Impact, Upholstery Workshop, and Sign It Signs, Media Works, and Allen Photography. Great helpers that make this thing tick. Big thanks to all the volunteers as well. I mean, Colin and I are on a big wage up here, but a lot of volunteers. McRae muscles his way, kicking the puck forward. He's got
just out of the reach of Connor Harrison.
In the right place, though. Snuck in that back door. Amston. Sofer, shot just wide. And Harrison to Sofer, passes it in front. Now it's behind the net. Sofer. McRae. McRae takes that shot. Gobbled up by Moore.
Hard to believe that Adam Sofer's only been on the ice once in the last month, by the way he's been playing tonight.
Yeah, like riding a bike. Very fast bike on ice. 5 minutes and 8 seconds left. 42.
If you're either team right now, this is where you want to possess that puck. Tape the tapes. If you're chipping it in, you got to have an avenue for it.
Make sure you know where you're putting it. A lost puck can be costly at this time of the game.
If you're on the Stampede, you want to keep possession down low. If it's 180 feet from your net, it's not going in it.
Yeah, no penalties either. Batting it back in.
Late in the game, it's good to see both Josh Hurley and Axel Rescue-Jones out there getting some meaningful minutes.
Burns firing it back in. Rolls behind the net. Wilson.
Josh Hurley being a workhorse.
Shot. Burns. Kick just high. Lewis can't clear it. And it's batted back in again by Freer. Oh, Freer missed that one. And it goes all the way down the ice. No icing.
Down to 4:10 here.
Burns. Doesn't like it. Turns around. Cross ice to Freer. Back to Burns. Burns.
Ben Stickle didn't like that. Brings it back.
It's all about control. They can't score if they don't have the puck. Big lead pass. Carson Pratt out of the trying to center. Can't. Puck bounces into the corner. Pratt gives chase. And is picked up by Phoenix Thunder. Amston with it now. Amston. Sofer taps it all the way down the ice. Allen gives a race to that one. And Allen ends up with it as McCogg chases him down. Devlin off the boards. Some good passing at the moment. Gregory shot high. Amston with it now in the corner. Lockie Freer taps it off the boards. And looks like icing will be the call. Few Enigma sticks out there, Coyle.
See the Stampede also rocking out the Enigma gloves this year.
Oh, interesting.
With 2:54, looks like they're pulling the goalie for the Thunder.
Okay.
This is another thing that most teams do not practice very often is a 6-on-5. So
Yeah, if it's no use doing it if you haven't practiced.
curious to see what the formation the Thunder go with here.
And here we go. Lockie Freer fires it down. Puck bouncing. Icing is the call.
Just an inch offside there. Lachlan thought he had the weight, but it was just off.
Just off to the corner.
So again, it does come down to draws here. You have the empty net, you want to win that draw. Sofer has been strong.
Yeah, he's done well.
Darling has been hit or miss. He's won some clean, but he's also lost some clean as well. Tries to push it ahead.
Darling with it. Darling. Cycling. Stilly. Shot. And icing is the call.
And in case you're wondering why the Stampede aren't calling timeout, another new rule this year is you cannot call timeout on an icing. So not only can you not change, but you cannot call timeout to get a rest. This is usually where a goalie might fix his toe strap.
Yep.
A player might have to get an edge fixed on his skate, but not on this one. And another win by Sofer.
That old chestnut. Puck rolling around on the blue line. Otis can't control it. Everybody's giving chase with just 2 minutes left. Feels like forever. As Ian Otis. And Amston.
Nice soft chip.
Forcing Blair back. McRae with it. McRae tries to put it on net. Kept in. Off a skate. McRae centering. Shot. Scores! McCogg rifles one past Reed, who's not going to get in front of that thing.
The Thunder bench isn't happy as the play did appear to be offside.
I'm not sure.
The original entry, that's what they're complaining about.
Oh, yeah, down here in the corner. We can review that. All right, so we're looking at 5-2 game. 1 minute, 42 seconds left.
We got Thomas and Wilson out there taking the draw.
And Allen with it in his own zone. Allen, cross ice. Willie fires it down.
Little miscommunication there.
So it'll come all the way back as we try to wind down this game. Face off deep in the Phoenix zone to the right of Moore, who's played quite well. well enough. Great comeback by Burns. There's a chance for Harrison. Scores! Connor Harrison to McCog.
Max McCog finishes off the hat trick.
Connor Harrison that was really pretty, but he just couldn't quite get a handle on it, but he left it for McCog.
You can see the fourth player in line there with the cage on. That's Lachlan Boniface, getting his first shift in the NZIHL.
Right. Points on that line, Boniface.
That's a +1 right there. And he's sticking it out there with Steph Amston.
Great to see those younger faces out there. Boniface forced to the corner, rails it around behind the net to Amston. Pratt with it. Pratt over the blue line. Carson Pratt. A few hits there. Boniface now. Boniface tries to fire it up. Amston.
You can see Stately and Flighty also. They're not pressuring Boniface too much.
Yeah.
A lot of respect out there.
I'm sure if it was a closer game. 20 seconds left as the Stampede try to get it out of their own zone. Devlin takes that shot. Still smiling. As Amston just sort of sets him back on his heels. Face-off will be to the left, I believe, of Aston Brooks. Oh, I lied. 22 seconds left. Rusky Jones taking this face-off. Amston rails it up and around. Blair off of McCog's shin and over the boards. 13 seconds left. Leaving Boniface out there. It's a long shift.
Yeah.
Especially for a pup.
Solid minute and a half to start his career.
Yep. And points. Hurley. McCog. Rescue Jones for the SkyCity. Devlin. Lewis. And Flight. Rescue Jones with it over the blue line. And that ends the game. Big ending. It was quite close there till near the very end, Colin.
Yeah, every period was pretty close. 2-0, 2-1, 2-1.
So that ends it. That double game series. SkyCity Stampede take it out.
Regardless of the scores, I'd say it's a good start for both teams.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. Exactly right. Everybody got to stretch their legs. Some great wins. Just great goaltending. And opportunities for both teams to score some goals.
You always see it with home games here at the QIA where you always get the opposition's best. And Dunedin did have the Stampede hemmed quite a bit throughout the two games. They did get to lay back on the fact that they were playing against Aston Brooks, who is undoubtedly one of the best goalies in the country, if not the best.
After you beat your way through a whole bunch of Stampede players, you still got to deal with Aston Brooks. You know, it's like it's a difficult task.
But the Thunder do have a bright future. Half their team's still under 24, 25.
Yeah. And this was their first Queenstown's first game of the
season, yeah.
Season, which, I mean, all about that gelling and peaking and all those things. Great to see.
Yeah, first games for Ryan Martin, Lachlan Boniface, Tom Coyle, Daniel Van Sickle. You had CJ Kemp get more ice time today. I think it's the most ice time he's had in a game.
Yeah, great to see.
And Axel Rescue-Jones looked a lot more comfortable this year.
Great future in both teams. Anyway, I'm Dave Dubnik, and with me is Colin McIntosh. We want to thank you for sticking through this game and watching. And thanks for watching last night's game. We'll be back to you soon. Thank you.